So I'm making this video, tired of no makeup on. I look like shit. But I think when you're dealing real, you should be real. So some divine wisdom and thoughts for everybody out in the world that stumbles upon this video is really the understanding of the oneness that we all are, but to not deflect to the oneness, the collective suffering right now. It's so easy at this time to get caught up in like what's going on a collective level with everybody, and like our perhaps our immediate family, our extended family, elderly family, people we know that are perhaps immunocompromised, our friends that might work in healthcare, what's happening with the homeless and children. Like when we start to advance outside of ourselves and think about the global impact, I think it's good to do that in balance and with intention and grounding, but also to know what our work is too in this moment, because the change begins with us. And that while it's good to tap in to what's going on globally and focus in on the news and all the facts and the ins and outs of what's happening right now at this time, and like strategizing how is this all going to play out and how is the reset going to happen, that it's really critically important to go within and to sit in our quietness and this forced quietness, at least for those of us that perhaps don't have young children, or if we do, finding ways to carve out this quiet stillness that we're all being called into right now. And it's no coincidence that it's been predicted and that a lot of us intuitives felt this sort of apocalyptic energy, and we're like hoarding things. And aside from me hoarding art supplies, it's been quite a bit of hoarding of like feeling called into this sort of apocalyptic planning and just going like, is this paranoia? Is this me? Like, why am I feeling this? And my partner had said, you know, we need to begin to think about like what would happen if something happened, and sourcing. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, it was just funny, like our energies bouncing back and forth and thinking about planning and preparing for, could we survive if we didn't have to go anywhere and didn't have to go to the store, and we just had to be at our house, and could we live, and what does that mean, and what do we need, and seeds and dehydrating and sustainable gardening and stocking up. So, which I've been doing on sage, magic mushrooms, and dehydrating citrus, which has been amazing, especially when dipped in peanut butter. So my point is, for those of you that are in a space of hopelessness and despair, about just when you think about it all, and we think forward about what does the future hold, and what's going to happen. You know, it's all forward thinking, it's all fear-based thinking. But when we stop and we sit and we're present in our space and in our body, there's a message specifically for us, for this journey, for this time. And it's important to hone in and harness the essence of the message for us at this time, because there's a message specifically divinely for us in our own soul path. And we focus on that and still, you know, not be completely blind and discompassionate to what's happening, but not to the deflection of our own purpose and victimness, because even in this space, there's something for us to individually manifest and for the collective to manifest. So I hope that gave you some hope.